Okay, welcome, my people. Welcome back. We are just having a technical problem here on our YouTube. So I open. I'm not doing on live now, so I will just download it and send it later. So anyway, happy Saturday. This is a Saturday, 18 March 2023. So you are welcome to our program, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV. Yeah, so we will begin our program now. So join us on our YouTube, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV, and as well as Facebook, Timo Starboy Channel Blogs, and Twitter, Timothy Oladipopo 1. So thank you. So first and foremost, let me show you the news, the breaking news today. They say Putin arrest warrant issue over war crime allegation. This is it. You can see Putin with his a member of maybe the kidnappers. They say they allege kidnapping a child from Ukraine. So I will read it the below. I will read it for you now. Let me get my glass. This is so tough. All this war power. So it says like this: Vladimir Putin and Mary Bolivar, Russian Commissioner for Children Rights, during a meeting last month. That's a last month meeting with Putin, Russia president, by Antonetta Efford and Frank Gordon, BBC security correspondent from BBC correspondent. So the International Crime Court (ICC) has been issued an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin. The court alleged he is responsible for war crime and has focused its claim on the unlawful deportation of children from Ukraine to Russia. That is how it goes. It says the crimes were committed in Ukraine from 24 February 2022, when Russia launched its full-scale invasion. Moscow has denied the allegation and labeled the warrant as outrage. It is highly unlikely that much will come of the move. The ICC has no power to arrest suspects and can only exercise jurisdiction within its member country, and Russia is not one of them. As you can see, it's getting hot now. And this is what we want. This is what we want for our so-called, our leaders. All these our atrocity leaders in Nigeria. Someone like Buhari, someone like Milokan, that is Tinubu, and his caucus, INEC, Mahmood. They should serve them warrant, war crime warrant, because they committed it, and along with their dogs, all these their backing dogs, in APC, Egbekegbe, APC, alien people, criminals, APC. So they should serve them warrant in Nigeria. All these our bad leaders, as they are serving the Vladimir Putin a warrant for war crime that is committed, they should serve it to Nigeria leaders too, because we don't want them. We don't want all these people. They are all criminals, bunch of criminals. I keep wondering, Why is it that Nigeria are so foolish? I mean, all this our so-called youth in Nigeria, especially those people that they have brain, they have brain. They call themselves doctor. They call themselves what kind of engineer, or wherever. I don't know where they went to school. They say you can fool me. You can fool me once. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I cannot allow you to fool me twice. If you deceive me, say you deceive me, you want to sleep with me, I can only accept once. I can only accept deceive once. If I accept it twice, that's mean I'm the guilty. That's mean something is wrong with me. So now the INEC that we all know that is a fake. It's a fake in all this traumatized that they cause for the whole Nigeria. All this kind of scandal, scandalous. And you still accept them to be conducting another election. That is a gubernatorial election. That is governorship election. We're supposed to sack them all. Give them sack letter. That is what we are talking about. Let them know the show. Let them know the heat. Let them know the heat. Why are you still giving them one more chance to be carrying on with all this atrocity? It's just like you are giving a armed robber that he rob you. You are giving them a chance to be secure your load. That is what it means. Somebody rob you, he came to your house and rob you, and you are still telling the person to secure your load. Is something wrong here? Can't we think? Can't we be thinking straight? All these people, they are all gullible liars. They are all this atrocity, all these criminals. A bunch of criminals that is in INEC, and you are still telling them to be running their show again. What do you expect? What do you expect the outcome will be? That is what we are asking. We are not so daft. We are not so dumb. We are not so dumb. We are not daft. Are you people daft? Why are you accepting negative something? Negativities in your life? These people that we have condemned them. We say no, enough is enough for them. So let them go away. Let another person come over and run the show. You are still giving them one more chance. That's me. We are fools. Yeah. Nigeria is a fools. For allowing them to conduct another election, they will rig it. Definitely they will come and rig it again. And that is a twice fools, No? Yorùbá say, èṣìṣì kì í jóni lẹ́ẹ̀mejì. The fire cannot burn you twice unless you are a fool. If you allow fire to burn you twice, that means you are something wrong somewhere. How can you allow these people, this maggot, all these non-entities that I don't know where they got their qualification from. They are calling them professor. Which kind of professor is this? Professor my foot. They cannot qualify to be a professor on this standard because they are all rigging. They went to school to study how to rig, how to thief, how to steal. That is what they went to school to do. That is their own course in their subject, in their school. To rig, to manipulate things, to cause confusion. And you are still giving them more chance to conduct this election. What do you think the outcome will be? For God's sake, can't we be reasonable thing? We should be reasonable. At least once be reasonable with your sense. We say enough is enough. Let them go away. We don't need their faces again. All these dubious people. They can never do anything good. They can never do anything great, except they will be rigging. They will still rig this gubernatorial election. This coming this Saturday. They will still rig it. I know for sure. Because this is what they have to. This is their professor. They are professor on rigging. They are only what is in their brain is how to cheat. And you can't allow them. You can't allow a criminal in our society. You can't allow a criminal to govern us, to be our leader. Buhari has done his own. He lie, all the lie. You will turn one naira to $1. How come? How market now? How market? The fuel scarcity will be less. That's all his promise. I will make change. I will make change. So this is the change we got from you. Every time I can assure you, I will assure you. Assure for what? We need action. Action is quicker than voice. Do action, not voice. No, we don't need your voice. We don't need your dirty mouth language. I can assure you all the time. Assure for what? This is their language. This is their tactics of language they are using if they want to cheat. I tell you, my people, just watch it. Watch them. Whenever they open their mouth, this is their gutter. This is their dirty gutter. They will be saying, I can assure you and I promise you change. But nothing happened. No change. It's only change for bad. It's only change for bad. As you can see, that is the way of life for them. Because once they are a cheater, it's always a cheater. Once a liar, it's always a liar. They can never repent. They can never repent. Their dog will still go back to the vomit, the puke. Their dog is always go back to their puke. Don't let them turn you to dodo or turn you to fried egg so that they will fry you and hit you. Don't let them turn you to like that. Don't let them be hitting you like a chips, or like a biscuit, because they don't value your life. They have nothing to contribute to youth life. It's only about them. And this is what we have been saying. They just connive with all these bad gangs, all these looters, It's in their gene. And they are the one who is creating all these hoodlums. They create thugs. They are running all over the street. You can imagine somebody is threatening a people and they cannot pick this guy up and lock him up. They cannot pick him up like a mad dog that he is and lock him in one cage like that, just for the rest of his life. If it's happening, I bet you, if it's happening here, this country I am, this Japan, they will visit you. They will visit you in 12 hours. No, it's not up to 12 hours. Maybe 6 hours. You will get you hear the knocking at your door. You hear the knocking at your door. Police case. They just pick you up like that. You will spend the night, if not 21 days in their custody, and find out what you mean. They will investigate what you really mean. Imagine if in a family matter, if the wife is threatening her husband or the husband is threatening his wife, his wife, they will investigate to the matter so that there will be peace. There won't be any danger. Because if you are saying I will kill you, they mean it. That is what you mean inside you, that you will kill somebody, and they will take it up. They will take the case up. They will not joke with it, because they don't want to jeopardize anybody's life. Because what you said is what you mean. They will separate you guys. Okay, don't go near each other. You know. So if they see that it's safe, it's a safe case, so they will leave it like that. But if it's maybe danger in it, they will take it up. They must find the solution. Talk less of somebody is threatening that they don't go, don't if you come out, something will happen to you, and police just keep silent like a zombie. In a society, in a country that is has law, it has its own rules, rule and regulation, a speech, and they cannot do anything, they cannot do any jack, no action. Just like that, you just let it slide like that. What kind of country are they running? Who is our elders? Who is our leaders? Where are they coming from? We should start asking them this kind of question. Who is the Buhari? Who is the Buhari caucus? Who is the INEC? Where are they coming from? Which country are they coming from? Because these people, they don't have any action at all. Anything, they just let it slide, let it go. Either is a bad one or is a good one. They don't want to pay any attention. What kind of governor are they govern on us? What kind of a president are they? What kind of a ruler are they? We should start asking them this question. Otherwise, this thing will just go. It will go beyond the limit of no. We cannot accept it again. You know, it's unacceptable. We will go beyond the head. You know, so we should start, just checking these people up. We should start checking them. Who are they? Where are they from? Because these people, they cannot be just like a ghost, or like somebody doesn't have anything in his sense, common sense. Everywhere they are just threatening you. They will say they will kill you, and they will go scot-free. They will go like that. Everything will just go. No action, nothing. And they say they have a judiciary. They have judiciary is working. Our judiciary is working. Our laws, is working. Where is it working? Somebody will just do any crime and get away with it. Once you know somebody, once you are popular, or maybe you have some, you are rich, just go like that. Nothing, no charge, nothing. What kind of country is this? People are watching all over the world. They are looking you. They are looking into your action. They are looking into your behavior, your attitude. They are just making you, they are just laughing at you. They are laughing at us here. Just making mock of you, making jokes. Say, what kind of animal kingdom is, what kind of a zoo country? And we will say we should disintegrate this country, this zoo country. We say we should disintegrate it, and everybody should waka. We should go our way. That will be, it will resolve to peace. But you people, you just holding it. You are holding it back. You are holding it back. We cannot take this on any longer. How can we be taking all this shit again? We can't take this shit again. You are just rubbing our face with mud all the time. People in the overseas here, they will be just mocking us, taking us as a joke. Say, what kind of country is this? Lawless country. The police, they are doing their own. The government, they are doing their own. Everybody just doing anyhow. No laws to guide them through. Nothing. Our judiciary system is collapsed. There's no law, no rules. Just doing like animals, animal kingdom. Like a lion is killing a leopard. Nothing happened. The cat is killing a rat. Nothing happened. No justice. That's how they are ruling the Nigeria. A bunch of animals. How long will this thing go on? How long will all this madness stop? That is what we're concerned about. We don't want all this madness. We need a rule and regulation. Let somebody guide through. Somebody that is have conscience, have a feeling, is a man of God, Not all these rogues, these thieves, this bunch of lunatics. We don't need all this bunch of fools there. You cannot even listen to somebody's cry. Some youth, they are crying every day. No work, nothing. No fuel, no light, no food, no money. Cash crunch policy, policy. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. It is right time now. The war ICC, they will come and visit you very soon. We will ring their bell. They will come and visit you. We want all these bastards to go away. All these the non-entity people. If you don't know how to govern the country, you should pack up. Pack well. We don't need you. We don't need you. Not you again. Every time just doing silly things. Silly. Every time just doing silly things. Silly. Sorry. Huh? Enough is enough. Cannot continue like this again. Huh? You can't continue. Just fooling around all the time. We don't even know where our president, this called Muhammadu Buhari, whatever, I don't know. You don't know where he is. Whether he's dead or he's alive, we don't know. Everything is just happening at your nose, but you cannot say anything. No, they are even to utter some words, Give us some words. Say, okay, this is right, this is not good. This is this thing. Condemn something. Just sit there and you mute yourself there. You mute yourself. Nothing happen. Nothing to show for. What kind of a country is this? Sorry, I'm just trying to show you something. I want to play some video. So just tired, man. All these funny things. They're just taking us as a fool all the time. All people are in diaspora. They are just laughing, laughing at you. Laughing all the time. Say, which kind of country is this? Who is ruling this place? Who are the top? Who are they? We don't know them. We don't know where they come from. They are a bunch of rogues, thieves. They are a bunch of rogues, thieves. Sorry. They are a bunch of rogues, thieves. Okay. I play this one. You can listen. Just listen. This is what we are talking about. No action, nothing.
The chairman of the Lagos State Parks Management Committee, Musiliu Akisanya, popularly known as MC Oluomo, was
the troublemaker.
Saying Mama Chukwudi should stay at home.
Chukwudi wants to vote for any other party apart from APC. Otherwise, well, he left that hanging.
It should be locked. It should be locked off.
In terms of message,
forget the
all
key.
these security agencies in the face of what looks like rewrite.
Somebody who's supposed to be locked away.
In Nigeria.
Just let it loose. Let it going all around it.
I think it's really very critical, not just security agencies, but really under that, the chief security officer of the state, which happens to be the governor. Now, you mentioned what happened with the Labour Party. There are 5 local governments in Lagos that there have been either statements or allegedly that there will be different festivals to keep the one, for example, for Ikorodu, the flyer that came out said not original Yoruba. I wonder what a fake Yoruba person is, or non-indigent. Now, we reached out shortly before the show to Abike Dabiri, who is from Ikorodu, and she shared a statement where the Oba's Palace said it's not true. But the point is, these things have gone out. 5 local governments, that's 20% of the local governments in Lagos State, or 25%, yeah, of the local governments in Lagos State. No statement from the Lagos State government. One, all of the Bales Obas get their staff of office from Lagos State. So Lagos State has a responsibility to issue a statement telling citizens that they do have the right to vote. Because regardless of what the flyer might be fake or not fake, we understand things travel. So the flyer has traveled far. I just got the statement this morning, shortly before I came on air. People will capitalize on it. There's a thread on Twitter talking about a community, Akeson, where people are already capitalizing on that to just harass people and tell them they're walking during daylight. Because part of the narrative is also Oru and all these festivals happen at night, so it shouldn't affect anything. But when people capitalize on it and people are afraid, it keeps people at home. So you have that. And then you have your point about MC Oluoma. I think what's critical about MC Oluoma, not only his antecedents as a head of...
Can you imagine this one of silly Oba? He called himself Oba Elegushi. You know? Just talking nonsense. Nonsense. All the time, he just open his mouth. He's talking nonsense. This Elegushi, what his name? You know? Because it's Emilio can put you there. That give you audacity to be talking rubbish. Open your gutter. To be talking rubbish all the time. Say Oro. Which kind of Oro? Oro go kill you there. Oro agbe oniranu. Just talking. Everybody just talking nonsense. Just doing anything they fit to do. You know? Because there's no law. No law to guide through. No law to squeeze them. They will act just like a fools, you know. Talk like a fools. Say Oro will come. Which kind of Oro? Now Oro he go scandal you. Ogun go kill you there. Mutoni ní kẹ́ bọ ẹ̀ níbọ̀ ìbọ̀kúbọ̀ lẹ́ máa bọ̀. Wọ́n ní kẹ́ bọ abẹ́rẹ́ kan ẹ máa ní ẹ lè bọ gbàgbẹ́rẹ́ ẹ tí bọ̀ kan tán. Ẹ máa ṣe olórí jàtijàti. Just doing anyhow they see it. The thing you can just be riding on anybody. Who is your mate? Better go and sit down. You are your Oro. We thunder will fire you.
His antecedents as a head of the NURTW in Lagos and things that he's been alleged to have done, but also the fact that at this particular moment he's a staff of Lagos State government. Again, another opportunity for the Lagos State government to speak very clearly. His statements on the video was not only stay home if you're not voting APC, he also said in Yoruba, basically, if the vote is not going our way, you know what to do.
Yes.
And there were reports about an APC rally in Acme 2 days ago or yesterday where the same things were being said.
All his voice was here. That talk. All his voice was here. You think we don't hear what you are saying? You see, you don't know your tone, or how you are diverting the word. We all know. We are hearing. Say if everything is not going according to your plan, they should know what to do. What are they going to do? What are they going to do to the citizen? Why are you threatening? Huh? Why are you threatening? Are you their God? It's time to, maybe we find something to do for your life.
And that the fact that, for example, in Etiosa, it was because the
all
military came
people
out
that
they were
they are
unable
bad
to
people,
do
bad
what
ass
they
people.
wanted to do. Now, these are real concerns
We know
by
what to do.
agencies of the Lagos State government. And then the third thing that Lagos State also has
Ayé
in
ló rẹ̀
spoken
yín lóko,
to
àwa la máa rẹ̀
is
yín
its
gbogbo
own
yín.
actions in telling
Tẹ́lẹ̀ ní gbọ́ ni,
civil
tẹ́lẹ̀ ọmọ àlè ní
servants
gbogbo
to
yín.
bring they wanted photocopies of the polling PVCs.
Ẹ̀yin
They
ọmọ
were
àlè
listing
gbogbo.
out people's polling units so they
Then
can
they'll
check
go,
if you delivered your polling unit. I said this last time that I was here. Last at the presidential election, one of the polling units in the Etiosa area, one of the gentlemen that was seen to have come in to disrupt with others was an official of the Lagos State Agency. So
Official.
I think
See,
this
just
morning,
imagine.
my message quite clearly, in
Can you
addition to
imagine?
security
Official?
agencies, is to the Lagos State government.
Police officers.
Or directly,
They are
not directly,
part of the
actually, to
crime.
the governor of Lagos State. You are not governor of APC members. You are not governor of Yorubas. You are governor of Lagos State.
Yes.
And it is critical as we go to elections tomorrow for you to make a clear statement.
In as much as you are saying you are one Nigeria, you are voting for one Nigeria, so you are governed to all the everybody, whether you're Igbo, whether Hausa, because you are the one say one Nigeria. If you are saying Yoruba, we know say Yoruba caucus, so you are the leader. Or they say Igbo can this thing. So one Nigeria has combined in general the whole people together. So why are you differentiate? Why are you doing ethnic bigoting, ethnic problem? Why are you having an ethnic problem again? Why you say Igbo you cannot vote in Lagos? Because you say one Nigeria. You know, you accept one Nigeria. So all of them, they are Nigeria, according to them. According to them, they are Nigeria. So they should vote all together in general. So you cannot just segregate people. You know, you cannot segregate. You know, why are you discriminate? Why are you discriminate? Because you say one Nigeria, and all together is one Nigeria. Either Shekiri, Calabar, Edo, you know, Onitsha, Imo, Anambra, Lagos, Kaduna, wherever, Ilorin, Ogbomoso, Ogun, Lagos, all together, you have to vote together. You cannot just say that Igbo should go their way, or Hausa should go to Kano, or Lagos remain Yoruba, because you accept one Nigeria. So just remain like that. Don't cause confusion. Don't cause confusion. Speak up.
The fact that, or whichever ones, we got Amon local government, or Joy local government, Ajerami Felodun, Etiosa, and Ikorodu. Those are the 5 local governments that flyers have been circulating that they're doing one thing or the other. So it's critical to address those ones, and it's critical to put your staff in check, i.e. MC Oluomo. His statements, this is the flyer now showing, but they now say that it's not really happening. But there needs to be a clear statement that it's not there, especially because of the language, non-original Yoruba and non-indigenous. And your staff, speaking to MC Oluomo, because the effect is real. It's not just people bringing out machetes or guns, but there's a psychological effect of will I be safe and what will happen. We have engaged the CP and he says he's escalating the issue, so we do expect that today that Lagos State will issue a statement to this effect. Brilliant, thank you very much.
Bukola, are you there?
Well, I think Yemi focused on Lagos State, and I want to say this is basically not an issue that is limited to Lagos alone. It is becoming a national virus that we need to tame. The aspect of insecurity in election, violence in the election. And you see what is going on in Kano. What if you hear with our tracking and what has been going on in Kano, Kano is also a very serious hotspot in this coming election. You see what happened during on the 25th of February election. It was a bit terrible. Then you have Sokoto, you have Kaduna, just that in the north, and then Kogi. things are going on there now in terms of violence. Then you come to the east, Enugu is there, and Imo is even another issue that we begin to see. Then you come back to Delta State, where you even have a assassination attempt on the PDP governorship candidates over there, and you see that all over. Even right here at our nose in Osun, we saw things happening. I think Osun State House of Assembly Speaker raised an alarm recently about what is going on in Elisha, and that happened right there on our nose. So what the picture I'm trying to paint now is that it's like a national virus that we may need to tame. However, this is my major concern. We need to understand, and I think, let me borrow that from what Yemi said just now, that the governor is the governor of the state, not the governor of Yoruba or any other tribe. The same thing happened to the Nigerian police. They are called Nigerian police.
Don't discriminate.
Not APC police, not PDP police, not Labour Party police, not NNPP police. The same thing when we come to Nigerian army. And I think this time their loyalty should be to the Nigerian constitution and not to anybody, whether it's contesting or not, whether you are the chief security officer or not, and who is giving illegal instruction to some of them to begin to do whatever they are doing.
Our police should be held accountable for all this madness. All this madness. Because if they have been doing their job very well, if they have been tackle all these thugs, none of this could have happened. We will not sit here and be talking like this. We will not be sitting here and be talking about this issue. But they didn't do their job very well. They don't do their job they have been paid for very well. They just sit there like a mugu, like a zombie. Right in their nose, everything is just happened, and they didn't perform nothing, no action, nothing. If they don't know how to do the job, you go away. Just pack yourself and go away. Let another person that is serious control the job. How can you just be favoring one side and you be leaving another side? Because what is all sort of that thing? What kind of a mess is that? Do your job properly, police and the army. If you are in the checking point now, you see all this mold where you know how to be leaving them, just be doing their own thing at the corner, because you have taken some small change, taking for 5 naira or 10 naira from them. But wherever there is no money, you will not perform your duty. You are the one to be holding accountable for this, because of your madness silent.
And I think we need to begin to come to that. If care is not taken, we are already collapsing and corrupting our institution.
We are collapsing. We are already collapsed already.
What are you talking about? To a person rather than to the state. So this
the
is what
institution of police is collapsed. It's gone.
Election. People were
nothing
arrested.
There.
You have
they only know how to take bribe.
From our situation room, we recorded 89 cases of electoral violence spread across, with 671 victims. And then
madness people all over the places,
and the rest. And then so you now begin to ask yourself, the statement we've been able to get from the police is that investigation is ongoing, and then they are going to pass some of them to INEC. Now this is like 2 weeks after. What does it take? Even as I'm talking to you, politicians are already filing petition. Now we are yet to see people in court, electoral offenders in court now. And when that injustice is done, then what happens is that people now begin to feel they are bigger than the state. And that's why somebody can come out boldly to say, look, Mama Chukwudu should stay at home. By now, that particular person should be undergoing interrogation. By now, people that want to have, Oro or whatever they are doing should be undergoing interrogation, because we are having a national. Are we saying that what you are going to do overnight is bigger than that national program that is going on? And this is a conversation we need to begin to have. We don't need And if care is not taken, like I said, we are collapsing the institution. And we are likely going to begin to see more. Now, one of the things we want to see is that we want to see somebody becoming an ex-convict because of electoral violence. We want to see somebody becoming an ex-convict because of electoral offense. And this, until we begin to do this, we are just wasting our time, and things begin to go on and on and on. And let me paint a picture for you of what exactly. In 2019, I said it, 1,436 offenders. Till today, we don't know what happened to them. Now, we begin to dilly-dally, Election Offense Commission. We are still expecting it. We hope the bill will be passed before this night assembly will leave. But this is where we are. It's something we thought will be in place for this 2023 election. But this is where we are today. Now, we are coming into the state assembly election, which is more local. Which is more local than what we have in the February 25th election. And I think the security agencies, and let me say this, the security agencies have an idea of where the hotspots are. They have an idea of the victims, of the perpetrators, the likely perpetrators of violence. Now, what we want to see is that are they being proactive, or we want to see a security agencies that will be reactive on the election day. After the deed has been done, they will now begin to blow siren. 15 minutes after coming to the scene and begin to arrest anybody they see. But while that thing is ongoing, do they have intelligence? What about the intelligence gathering? Now they need to nip things at the bud. Or else we might likely have an election on Saturday that are going to be fought with voter apathy because people are being intimidated. Then again, the little percentage of people that will come out are also going to be confronted with violence at the polling unit. And I think this is not the kind of election we want to have on Saturday.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dowu. So let me ask you a question. Yesterday we had Malam Garba Shehu, spokesperson of the president, and when we talked about election violence, security during election, he said there were isolated cases of violence in the country. So when we look back at February 25, we want to learn lessons from there. If we don't feel that security was a big issue, just isolated in small areas, then it means that going into tomorrow's election, we won't have that seriousness attached to it in terms of what you mentioned as to mapping these areas, potential hotspots. From your perspective, what was the true picture of what happened on February 25, and what lessons can we take into tomorrow's elections, particularly for security agencies, because we need to have a true picture of what truly happened. And then to you, Yemi, I'd like to just ask you, in terms of your statement around the governor having to say something. The governor has said that security is not under his jurisdiction. So what can he really do, aside, of course, make statements like you call for? What more can he, as chief security officer of the state, do in response to these threats and these, or violence? What more can he do beyond just a statement? Mr. Edo, please go for him first.
Okay, so I think it also another challenge I've seen here is that how the security agencies or whoever in charge, or like you mentioned Gabashir now, how they use data is also another form of concern to us. Because number one, are they looking at it? Because the issue here is that people try to use data and let the data speak to their own satisfaction, and then they want to now applaud themselves and say they are doing good. Because what you are looking at is that if you have 176,000 polling units, and you say, just less than 10,000 polling units witness electoral violence, and then you now say, it's just an isolated cases, it's not widespread. And I think we are giving ourselves false hope. Let's look at it holistically. The data we have, and I think which they have is in the public domain, is that every geopolitical zone in the country witnessed one form of electoral violence or the other on the election day. What happened in Borno? Of course, that talks about Borno. You have that also in Gombe. You have in Bauchi. That talks about the northeast. You come to Kano. You come to Kaduna. That talks about the northwest. You come to Kogi, North Central, Abuja here. You talk about Nasarawa, where we recorded cases of electoral violence. That is the North Central. What happened in Lagos, Osun, Ibadan, or your state, the Southwest. You come to Delta, you come to Edo, and then you come to Bayelsa, you come to River, South, you come to Imo, you come to Ebonyi. Southeast. So tell me, which of the geopolitical zone we have in the country that we did not record one form of violence or the other? And then again, when you break the statistics down to states, you find out that out of 36 states in the country, you have 25 of them recording electoral one form of electoral violence or the other. You know, so I want to know what we mean by isolated cases. Some people lost their life in the election. Some people were stabbed. Some people, see, again, the question we need to begin to ask ourselves, and it talks about the sanctity and the value we place on human life. Yeah. Even one case of electoral violence is not something that should be encouraged. It's something that the president, everybody should rise up to condemn. Yeah. Just one. Yes. And we now begin to talk, they are not more than they are isolated cases. Do people need to die in our election? Don't forget, election is a civil affair. It's not a military affair. We are not in war. And then people coming out to exercise their civic duty, they are being attacked, they are being intimidated, and they are being harassed. And some people were shot. Go to see what happened in Kano. Now some people were shot, places were burnt, property were burnt, destroyed. And then we want to call that isolated cases. It's painting a picture for Nigeria, and it is not an isolated cases. And I think I disagree, but we are having magnitude of electoral violence on our hands. And it's something that needs to be tamed.
All right. Hello, Bukola. Is it that you can't hear us from the studio? We've been trying to ask you to please wrap up so that we can manage time.
Okay. Yes. So, quickly, the point about what happened, a lot has happened in 3 weeks. There's been the post-election sentiment of people being angry. And as you rightly said, elections are also local. So there's a lot more focus on sort of gubernatorial and state house of assembly elections that makes it critical to focus on security for this election. Secondly, optics matter. All of us right now are responding to flyers and statements, and we're responding to what we see, MC Oluomo on a video. So the optics of the chief security officer of the state taking responsibility for the state matters. A couple of weeks ago, I was here talking about ethnic baiting in Lagos. But I was happy when he came on March 8th to then talk about the fact that he condemns ethnic bigotry or whatever, which was critical, but I think it took him too long. And the same thing for this. We've been talking about this Oro now for a number of days. Elections are tomorrow. Lagos State has still not said anything. Optics are critical. And the fact that we are having to prod and insist and demand and push for it. Dr. Abati made the point yesterday about the position of the law. The law says that for anybody to declare any traditional festival, as he said, you need Lagos State's permission. So are we saying that all these 5 baales did not get Lagos State's permission? Now, if they didn't, that's actually a problem in and of itself. That you don't need anybody to tell the Lagos State government that you have to say something when people are declaring festivals that are telling non-original Yoruba people or non-indigenes to stay in their homes. And lastly, the position of the security agencies. I think it's critical that it's nice to know that the army and the thugs, quote unquote, recognize that the army could keep them at bay. And so imagine if we had a statement or a press briefing where you had the governor, the head of the commandant of the army in Lagos, and the commissioner of police. And there's a clear statement around security in Lagos and protection. I think those are the types of optics that we need to see and that the governor hasn't done enough of.
So is it that we are just trying to be very funny? Because you see, these same festivals, something happened. There's a story I'm following currently that happened in Okia local government area of Ogun State. The chief priests and the key people in that local government tried to do a festival on election day. You know what the CP of Ogun State, very amiable Frank Oba, did? He arrested all of them, brought them to his office, told them to sign an undertaking. And they signed it. And there's a video evidence, I'm following that story. Arrested them. Why can't we do the same here? Why is the case different?
I'm sure the CP, somebody will send this clip to the CP so we can be clear. But I think which is honestly, it's not about being funny. It's about clarity and leadership. And that's my point to the Lagos State Governor. That there hasn't been that clarity of saying, this is my state and I will not condone this rubbish. And he hasn't done that. And that's simply the case. Because if he thinks it's that critical and he calls the Commissioner of Police, I don't understand what these people are doing. I'm not aware that this was done. Kindly do your job, to your point, as the security agency in this state. I'm sure our outcomes will be very different.
At the hands of the CP, because this is a fellow CP in Ogun State that did this, so
I'm sure he can.
At the hands of the CP of Lagos tied?
Valid question.
Just before we go, somebody sent this text message. He said, there is a gungun, we've been talking about Uru. This message says, there is a gungun going on at the moment in Ajiron, Agungi. It happened yesterday too. Thugs, about 100, are everywhere with canes, beating people who dare to come out.
During the day?
Yes, it is saddening. I'm an LP agent, which one is called LP? Okay, LP, Labour Party.
Yeah,
that must be. Okay, it's Labour Party, they call it LP. Okay, so this is what this person is saying. So it's not just Oro, there's also a Gungun in the mix now.
But the point is that there's anything and everything in the mix to keep people. But to end on a positive note, and I think this was to Ayo's point, maybe off camera, it's really at the end of the day, this election's about us and our lives and the people who are going to lead us. And I really would like to encourage people to do come out in numbers so that there's sort of, they say there's safety in numbers, come out in numbers. There are interesting things going on online of how people can kind of posture themselves and be prepared. And to the police, yes, you're not allowed to have arms at polling units, but there are non-election police officers who can station far away, which is my understanding of how the police has clustered its staff that can respond. And then the military, we saw what they did in Etiosa. We hope the military will also be out. There's a debate about the role of military force. In this election, we do need them and we see their purpose. So I encourage people to please come out. And there'll be several platforms encouraging people to take pictures of your polling unit results, upload them as we've talked about, so that there's also a parallel for these elections to count at the end of the day. Thank you.
Bukola Idowu, just before we go, just to take something from you, some of these police commands, I cite a specific example of DID John Amadi in charge of the Southeast. He says anybody that tries to disrupt the polls in the Southeast tomorrow should be ready to die, will just be shot. Would you recommend that summary execution to the police? And I'm not saying that DID Amadi denying this.
They happen. It has been saying long time,
well,
but it's
I
not
think that is also
Nothing
going
happened.
too far, because at the same time we are also going into extrajudicial killing, which might also be another monster on our hand, because you are leaving that at the discretion determine who is disrupting the election, and then we shoot. But we don't even need to get to this stage. The truth here is this: all the police agencies, all the security agencies in this country, I repeat, by now, some of us have shared our reports with them. They have also done their own intelligence gathering.
Yeah.
They know the hotspot, they know likely perpetrators. If they are really serious and they are committed, and I want to say it here on camera, that their commitment, they are really committed to their loyalty is to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They need to be proactive. They don't need this to happen on election day. Because let me tell you, this is another form of rigging. Because wherever in those polling units where violence will take place, such kind of polling units are likely going to be cancelled. And that is reducing the margin of opponents. They just need to mobilize and go and disrupt that stronghold. And then you reduce the margin there.
So, my people, the advice I will give is that don't let anybody dodo you. And don't let them turn you like a fried egg so that they can eat you up. Don't let anybody gaslighting you. You are in your own opinion. Do what is right for yourself. These our leaders, they don't care about us. They only care about their pocket, their life and their livelihood and their family alone. They have nothing to offer us. So give yourself brain. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Bye. Mwah. I love you all.